Richard Young, the pastor of First United Methodist Church of El Campo. It's midweek time, and looking forward to spending a few moments together. Let me read for you just a moment out of Luke chapter 12. You heard these verses in worship not too long ago. I tell you, my friends, do not fear those who kill the body, and after that can do nothing more. But I will warn you to fear him who, after he is killed, has authority to cast you into hell. Yes, I tell you, fear him. Are not 5 sparrows sold for 2 pennies? Yet not one of them is forgotten in the God's sight. But even the hairs of your head are now counted. Do not be afraid. You are worth far more than sparrows. Let me tell you about a crazy event that they have in New Zealand. It's kind of their answer to Mr. Universe. It is called Mr. Punniverse, or Puniverse. And they have this competition to see who's the puniest person, right? So not a bodybuilder, but kind of an anti-bodybuilder. And the contestants are celebrated for their skinniness, for their wimpiness, for not having muscles, right? For having bony knees and no biceps and stuff like that, right? So each year, the weak and the puny go on a catwalk and show off their bodies that are wimpy, right? Bird legs and stick arms. And it's a highly competitive thing. There's accusations every year of favoritism and bribery about who's going to win. But one fellow has kind of dominated. His name is Steve Bixby. Steve Bixby has won Mr. Puniverse 10 times, including this last year, right? He was interviewed to see, what he thought about this award. He said he's so happy to be the king of the world and as the puniest person in the world, right? And he flexes his lack of muscles and says, "Get a load of this. It's worth nothing, but it's all I got." He says that he wins because he's charming and because he can be a very pleasant person. That may be true. He was asked what his secrets for training were. How about that? This is what he said, quote, "I sleep a lot and I don't eat much, and after that, it just comes naturally," right? The truth of the matter is we all matter to God, right? We all matter to God. That's what that passage we read out of Luke is all about. That whether a little sparrow falls to the ground, there's millions and millions of them. God knows each one and values them, and so He values us much more than that. He says that we are His prized possession. We're fearfully and wonderfully made, right? And so God cares for us, whether we're puny or whether we're like Arnold Schwarzenegger and have muscles on top of muscles. God cares for each and every one of us and even knows the hairs on our heads. And so know that God cares for you in this COVID-19 time and that He will never leave you nor forsake you. God bless you.